My Ed Law presentation is about Bell versus Itawamba School District. As you can see, this case happened in 2015, so it is very recent and relevant to the educational field today. So the question we are going to discuss is, can a student's internet-related behavior off campus come under the authority of his/her public school? So here's what happened. In 2011, an 18-year-old high school student named Taylor Bell, who attended Itawamba High School in Mississippi, posted a rap that he created on his social media accounts like Facebook. The rap is reported to include harassment and threats to two of the school's teachers, who he names specifically in the rap. However, the rap was not intended to be a threat or harassment to these teachers, but instead it was supposed to raise awareness about the issue of two coaches behaving in sexual misconduct with some of their students. The rap is inappropriate and full of foul language. I read the rap and it was filled with the F-bomb and the N-word and talked about putting guns down the coaches' throats. So it's not just the school overreacting. This rap was definitely inappropriate for a school and did contain language that was threatening and harassing to the public. But the rap was recorded off campus and was not played in the school. The school had a strict no cell phone policy, so the only time it was ever played at the school was when a teacher heard about it and requested to hear it. But besides that, Taylor Bell did not endorse the rap at the school or encourage anyone to listen to it there. The outcome of this was that the school board suspended Bell and transferred him to an alternative high school. So Bell brought the case to court because he thought that the school had violated his First Amendment rights to freedom of speech and expression, because he felt he had the right, as an 18-year-old citizen, to post this rap on his social media accounts. Ultimately, the courts decided that the school board acted appropriately because of the language and threats in the rap that could disrupt the school and its educational purposes. So here are the two arguments. So Bell's argument is that he has the right to free speech. His rap was not recorded or played on school property, besides the one exception of the teacher. His rap was not intended to be a threat to the teachers, but was supposed to raise awareness for a public issue of the sexual misconduct happening at the school. And also, he is an aspiring rap artist, and he was merely using an artistic form of speaking to a matter of public concern that he saw in his school. The school's argument was that the language used in the rap was harassing and threatening to the teachers, who he specifically names. It's not just a vague statement. He calls them out by name, which violates school rules and the Mississippi law. This behavior can't be tolerated in schools. It poses a threat to the safety of the school, especially the verse in the rap about guns. And the rap has the potential to cause disruptions in education and also with the coaches' education too. So here's how this case progressed through the courts. First it went to the district court when Bell sued the school, and the district court ruled that the school board was justified in suspending Bell because of the threatening language and disruption of education. They used justification for this based off of the Tinker court ruling that we discussed in class, that the disruption of education could cause the school to intervene. So then Bell sued again, and it went to the U.S. Court of Appeals, Fifth Circuit, and they debated about this for 2 years. And then they decided that Bell had the right as a legal adult to record a rap and that the language was not a legitimate threat to the school. So Bell decided to write a petition after this because the school decided to countersue him. So Bell wrote a petition saying that he had the right and freedom of speech to make this rap. He also got some very famous rappers to sign his petition, and he presented it to the Supreme Court, and they denied it. They decided not to hear it. So it went back to the U.S. Court of Appeals again, and they actually overturned their previous decision and decided that the medium of the threat did not matter, in this case a rap, because the language was still targeted harassment and disrupted the school's educational purposes. So even though earlier they said that the rap was not a legitimate threat, they said that even though it is a rap, the language is still harassment, no matter if it's through a rap or not. So this impacts education today because this case happened, last year. So the educational field is left wondering what exactly constitutes students' First Amendment rights, because the Supreme Court decided not to talk about this subject. So we still aren't really sure how students should behave with internet behavior off campus with the First Amendment. So ultimately, however, in this case, the court decided that the school was justified in suspending Bell for disrupting the school's learning environment through his inappropriate internet behavior outside of school. So because this directly affected the school, the court decided that suspension of the student was okay. Obviously, the aftermath of this decision is still unfolding because we are still considering the consequences of the court's ruling in this case. So, can a student's internet-related behavior off campus come under the authority of his or her public school? Yes, when it causes disruption to the school's educational operation. And here's my works cited. Thank you.